Welcome back for the 5th year of my best and worst cases video for the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is by far my biggest case review yet. And if you're new here, I put out one of these videos pretty much every year for every major phone release. And in this video, I'm going to be going through each and every one of these cases to help you find out which one is right for you. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I will be giving you my favorite case picks out of all the ones we've tested here today. And if you like what I'm doing here, it would really help out my channel if you gave me a thumbs up, and if you want to go above and beyond to show your support, you can use the thanks button. So grab your snacks, sit back and relax, and enjoy the video. Then here we have the Crystal Slim case by PowerPeak. It's nice and clear, it also has a MagSafe ring built in, and it's also been military grade drop tested up to 10 feet. So this case is really nice. It's surrounded by a nice firm rubber. It's got a nice hard back, and again, like I said, it's got that MagSafe ring built in. So if you want to show off the color of your phone, this is definitely a nice choice. So let's put our phone inside the case. Very nice. Feels really nice in the hand. It's got some grip to it as well, so you don't have to worry about dropping it at all. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a slight raised edge on the front to protect your screen, and I also do have that tempered glass screen protector installed on here as well. If we look at the sides, we have our separated volume buttons, which I absolutely love. We have our action button. We also have some textured on the sides to help with grip. On the bottom, there are your cutouts for your speaker, mic, and charging port. On the other side, we have the same little serrations. We have our power button. On the back, shows off the color of your phone. I've got that natural titanium. And as you can see, the camera lens protector fits perfectly inside this case. And as far as fingerprints goes, the case also does not seem to pick up fingerprints very well either, so that's definitely a plus. And you can also see how well the screen protector fits within this case. There is still a nice gap around the phone because it is case friendly, so you don't have to worry about the screen lifting or bubbling. So this is definitely a nice case, and it's going to protect your phone up to 10-foot drops, and it also allows you to show off the color of your phone and use MagSafe accessories. So I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Duo Hybrid case by PowerPeak. This case has been tested up to a 12-foot drop. It has that built-in MagSafe ring, and it's got a nice frosted back to keep down the fingerprints and show off the color of your phone. These frosted cases are actually one of my favorites because I do love the way that the backing feels, and it keeps down those smudges from your fingerprints. This has a nice hard backing that is really nice and soft, and it's surrounded by a nice hard firm rubber, and it's got these buttons that are separated from the case as well, which is really nice. So let's put the phone inside the case. So there it is on the phone. Looks really nice, feels good in the hand. It doesn't have as much grip as the crystal case does, but it's not slippery. It's just kind of got like a soft rubbery material. So if we look at it from the side, as you can see, it still has a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and we also do have that screen protector on there as well. If we look on the side, you can see these separated volume buttons and the action button. They're nice and clicky. If we look on the bottom, there are cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button. And another really cool thing, if you look at the bottom here, when you put your phone on its back, these little extra nubs will keep it from rocking all over the place. And if we look in the back, you can see there is our MagSafe ring, and it's got that nice soft matte material, which you can still see the color of your phone. And those lens protectors fit, again, perfectly inside this case. And again, that MagSafe wireless charger works perfectly with this case as well. And then if we put the phone down, you'll see that it doesn't rock all over the place because of these little slight raised edges that they put on the bottom and in the corner to help keep the phone level with the lenses. And your volume buttons, nice and clicky, your action button, and the power button. Another thing I wanted to mention about this phone is it does have these extra rubber pieces on the inside of the case for extra drop protection as well. If we look on the inside, you can see them a little better there. So I definitely like this case. I like the way that it feels. It's definitely going to protect your phone from drops, and it's got that built-in MagSafe ring. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Protech series case by PowerPeak. And then here we have the Protech series case. This is PowerPeak's most protective case for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it's been drop tested up to 15 feet. And as you can see, it also has that built-in MagSafe ring as well. So this case here does have a two-piece design. It's got a nice hard texture back that is surrounded by a nice inner rubbery type case. And it also has that built-in MagSafe ring as well. So you take out that case, you can put your phone inside here, and then put on the back of the case. Very easy to install, and it's very effective as well. Feels nice in the hand. It's got that nice textured material all the way around the case. Buttons are very clicky. Very nice, very satisfying little click, and you can easily find the buttons. Works really well. And if we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a nice raised edge all the way around the phone. And again, don't forget, we still do have that tempered glass screen protector on here too. If we look at the side here, as you can see, it's got a cutout for your action button. We have our separated volume buttons, which again, I absolutely love. We have a little lanyard hole at the bottom here, and it's also got extra reinforcement in all the edges. So in case you happen to drop your phone, it's going to be protected. If we look at the bottom here, we have our cutouts for our charging ports, speaker, and mics. We have our textured power button on the other side. And on the back again, it's got that nice hard texture back with that MagSafe ring. And again, the camera lens protector fits perfectly within inside this case. And there's still a nice raised edge to protect the protector. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either, which is great because you get the most protection while keeping your phone somewhat slim. I really like these buttons. They're very easy to find and they click very nicely. And then again, we have that MagSafe charger, very easily clips to the back of the case, and it wirelessly charges your phone. This is definitely my favorite case out of the three. I like to keep my phone nice and protected, and I love the way that it feels in the hand. Which case is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. So I'm definitely a huge fan of their Protech series case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have the PITAKA Overture case. I love the packaging that PITAKA uses because this case here is 100% biodegradable. Here is the case. As you can see, it is super thin. It's also feather light, but it has MagSafe built in. That looks really cool. Snaps onto the phone really nicely, and as you can see, the phone is still super slim. But now you have some edge protection as well as some protection for the back and your camera lenses. Feels really nice in the hand, just kind of like I'm holding onto the phone itself. It's got cutouts for all your buttons. On the bottom, there's a cutout for that as well. And on the back, you can see that 600D aramid fiber. It's nice and smooth, and there's also a metal ring around your camera lenses. Now let's test out the MagSafe. Here I have a power bank. Clips right onto the back. Charges your phone without any issues, and it's holding on pretty well. So you don't have to worry about MagSafe accessories just coming off the case. It's actually held on there pretty good. And you can also use a regular wireless charger to charge up your phone. I love this case. I've been using PITAKA's cases for quite a few years now, and they never disappoint. Like I said before, they offer you some protection while keeping your phone super slim. And I love these new patterns that they have. I would definitely recommend this case, and because of that, I'm going to give this case a thumbs up. And then here we have the PITAKA Rhapsody case. This is another nice slim case. It's got a really cool design on it. And again, it's made from that 600D aramid fiber. It's got the nice smooth feel. It's also super thin, very light, and it's got built-in MagSafe. There it is on the phone again, just like the Overture. Feels great in the hand. All the cutouts for all your buttons, and on the bottom. So it covers the edges in case you happen to drop your phone and it hits those edges, it will be protected. on the back. It's got a really cool design, got the nice smooth feel, and again, it's got the same metal ring around your camera lenses. Same thing with the MagSafe. Clips on there really well, holds in place, and charges your phone wirelessly. And again, you can always use a regular wireless charger as well. So I'm not one to use minimalist cases because I like a little more protection, but I would definitely switch. I absolutely love these cases by PITAKA. They just feel so good. I would absolutely love to just hold on to my phone with a slim case on this, but I'm so paranoid that I'm going to drop it and break it. But if you're looking for a nice minimalist case that's super light, going to keep your phone just as thin as it was without a case, and has that built-in MagSafe, I would definitely recommend checking out the MagEZ Case 4. I would definitely recommend this case, and because of that, I'm going to give this case a thumbs up. So first we're going to take a look at ESR's MagSafe Hybrid Case with Stash Stand. So this is actually my wife's favorite case. Not only does it give your phone some really good protection, but it shows off the color of your phone, and it has that really cool stash stand. This foldable stand that's built into the case is made of all metal. It is super sturdy, and it doesn't take up any more room than a regular case's plastic ring around the camera. So this will actually give you some more protection than any regular case. And it has the added feature of having that stand. This case also has a built-in MagSafe ring, and the back of this case is actually much thinner, which allows you to charge your phone a lot faster than other thicker cases. So let's put our phone inside the case. Fits in there really nice, feels really good in the hand. It's nice and grippy. The buttons are super clicky. Very nice, works really well. And that added action button this year works really well too. And if we look at the side of the case, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge, and we also do have a tempered glass screen protector on our phone as well. We look at the sides, it's got some nice separated volume buttons, which I absolutely love. That action button, and if you can see in the corners here, it's got some extra little reinforcements in case you happen to drop your phone on one of its corners. It's got a lanyard hole. On the bottom, we have our cutouts for our charging port, mic, and speaker. Our power button on the side. On the back, again, shows off the color of your phone very nicely. Got that built-in MagSafe ring with the 1500G magnetic force. And then if we look at the side here, you can see that your camera lenses are protected by that nice metal ring. And again, why wouldn't you want this on your case? Because it doesn't take up any more room than a regular plastic ring. It's more sturdy, it gives you more protection, and you always have a stand no matter where you go, so you can watch your favorite shows on the go. And it also has multiple ways of using it as well. You can use it in landscape mode, you can stand it up in a portrait, you can also have it in a laying down portrait mode as well. It pretty much does it all. And the ring also allows you to use the ESR Mini MagSafe charger while you're watching your favorite shows as well. And it also really works great with the MagSafe power bank wallet as well. So either way, you can use your phone while charging on the go or at home. And that magnetic ring on the back is super strong. This power bank is not going anywhere. And you can also use regular wireless charging with this case as well. This is definitely one of my most favorite cases as well. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Cloud Series soft case with stash stand. So this case has also been military grade drop tested. It's got that built-in MagSafe ring, and it's got that nice soft silicone feel. It also has the built-in stash stand too. It's got a nice microfiber inlay as well to keep your phone from getting all scratched up. Let's put the phone inside the case. Fits on the phone really nice, feels good in the hand. Buttons are super clicky. If we look at the side here, you can see that it does still have a raised edge all the way around the phone, and we do have that tempered glass on there as well. On the side, we have our separated volume buttons, our action button, we have a lanyard hole. On the bottom here, we have our cutouts for our charging port, speaker, and mic. We have our power button on the side. So again, a really nice ring. pretty much stays in any position you put it into, feels very solid, does not feel cheap at all, and it gives your camera lenses some extra protection. All the buttons and on the phone have a nice soft silicone type feel to it. The edges of the silicone are nice and stiff as well, so you don't have to worry about it wearing out over time. It also has that 1500G magnet to give you a nice strong hold when you're charging. And it also works with regular chargers as well. This is another really nice case by ESR. If you're looking for a soft silicone type case, I would definitely recommend this, especially because it comes with that built-in stash stand. So you have a kickstand anywhere you go. And as you can see, it doesn't add much bulk to the phone either. So again, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Magsafe Armor Series tough case with stash stand. So if you're looking for the absolute best protection with all these features, this is definitely the case you're going to want to take a look at. So this case is really serious. This is one of the cases that exceeds military grade drop testing. And it also offers 360-degree protection because it comes with camera lens protectors, it has a super hard back, and it has a built-in screen protector. It also has that built-in MagSafe ring and that really cool stash stand. And it's also made of a two-piece design. It's got a nice hard plastic shell, again with that plastic screen protector that goes inside of this other case that has that nice hard back surrounded by a firm rubber. So the first thing you're going to want to do before you put your phone in here is to clean off your screen really well. We don't want any dust or fingerprints on the screen because it will be trapped inside the case. And like I said before, it comes with those camera lens protectors as well. So once it's cleaned off, you can take your outer protector. We're going to peel off the inside and then just place this over the top of your phone, press it into place, then clean off your camera lenses. We're going to peel off the bottom side, then just place this over your lenses and press them into place. Then just lift up on the guide and you're all installed. Then once you do that, we're going to take this whole piece, we're going to press it into the other portion of the case and then peel off the top protector. And there we go. Your phone is now protected 360 degrees. Feels really nice in the hand, feels very solid. I feel like if I drop my phone down the stairs, nothing's going to happen to it. As we can see, it's got those reinforcements in the edges. It also has a pretty prominent ring all the way around the case, as you can see, to protect your screen. And it doesn't add very much extra bulk to the phone as well. On the side here, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. We have our lanyard hole. On the bottom, we have our covered charging port, and we have a covered mic and speaker grill, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about dust getting into the case. On the other side, we have our power button. On the back, we have that nice MagSafe ring and our stash stand. Clips into place, so the stash stand isn't going to just pop out, and it shows off the color of your phone. Feels really good in the hand. Buttons. Nice and clicky. Very solid press. This is a really nice case. So let's check out our touch. Touch working just fine. And as you can see, the screen is crystal clear. Everything's working just fine. No issues with touch. And this is not a thin screen protector either. It's going to protect your screen. We have a cutout for our speaker at the top. And then you can also use this with regular wireless charging as well. You can also use this case with a MagSafe power bank. Clips on there really strong, and this is not going anywhere either. It's on there really good. Let's check out our camera lenses. So as you can see, it's nice and clear. Doesn't seem to have any effect with those camera lenses on there. Focus works just fine as well. Now as far as fingerprints goes on the screen, it does seem to pick up some smudges, but they very, very easily just wipe away. This is definitely going to be one of my most top favorite protective cases. It just looks so clean, it's nice and tight, it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, the buttons are very satisfying, and it feels great in the hand. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Magsafe Air Armor Series Clear Case Set. This case comes with 2 tempered glass screen protectors, a set of rear camera lens protectors, and here is the case itself. It's a nice clear case, has a nice hard backing with that built-in MagSafe, and this is also one of the other cases that exceeds military grade drop testing. So first we're going to install the screen protector. I would recommend putting some stickers on the screen protector just like this to give you something to hold on to when you're installing it. Alright, so here we have the screen protector all installed. Looks really nice, feels nice and smooth just like the glass that's on the phone, and it also seems to be case friendly because there is a nice gap all the way around the phone. We also have the lens protectors installed as well. And as you can see, it doesn't really add any extra bulk to the phone. So now we're going to put our phone in our case. Feels really nice in the hand, it's nice and grippy, and it also has these air cushions in each one of the corners of the phone. In case you happen to drop it, you know it's going to be protected and not damage your phone. And now if we look at the case from the side, we can see there is a slight raised edge all the way around the phone, and we also do have that tempered glass screen protector on there as well. If we look at the sides, we have our separated volume buttons, our action button, we have a little lanyard hole at the bottom, we also have our cutouts, our power button on the side here. On the back, we have that MagSafe ring with that 1500 G force. And if we look at it from the side, you can see that there's a nice little lip around the camera lenses for extra protection there as well. And as you can see, the camera lenses fit perfectly within inside this case. For the buttons are nice and clicky. Very satisfying, very solid feel. Then again, we have our mini MagSafe charger, clips right onto the back very easily and charges up your phone. And that is on there pretty good. And as always, you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. And as far as fingerprints goes on the back, it does not seem to pick up fingerprints very well at all, so that's definitely a plus too. This case will definitely protect your phone if you happen to drop it, especially because of those reinforced edges, and you can see those little air cushions inside. This is another really nice ESR case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the ESR Magsafe Hybrid case. This is another clear case by ESR. It's got a nice firm hard back on there with that MagSafe ring, and it's surrounded by a nice rubbery material on the sides. Put our phone inside the case. Feels really nice in the hands, very grippy, and this case has also been military grade drop tested, and the MagSafe ring on the back has also that 1500 G force. Buttons, nice and clicky. This case also fits really well with the ESR screen protectors. If we look at it from the side, we can see there is a slight raised edge, even though we do have a tempered glass screen protector on the front. On the sides here, we have our volume buttons, our action button, and as you can see, we still have those air cushions in the side for some extra drop protection. We have a lanyard hole on the bottom. There's our cutouts, our power button, and on the back, again, shows off the color of your phone. It's got that MagSafe ring. And if we look at it from the side here, you can see there's a nice raised edge to help protect your camera lenses. And we also have ESR's lens protectors on there as well. And that MagSafe works really well for charging up your phone. It is on there super the force that this magnet has is super strong. I absolutely love it. Very nice. And it also works with regular wireless charging as well. So this is another nice protective case by ESR. Again, feels really nice in the hand. Buttons are really nice. Looks really good, showing off the color of your phone. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So here we have the Ringke Fusion Matte Clear. This is one of my most favorite cases, and I'll show you why in just a second. And here's the case. And this is why I absolutely love this case, because of this matte back. It doesn't show fingerprints and it feels nice and smooth. So the back of the case is nice and hard, and the sides are a softer rubbery type material. Fits on the phone really well, feels nice in the hand. It does have a little bit of a grip to it. As far as these buttons goes, buttons are nice and clicky, very easily pressable. I love it. If we look at the case from the side, you can see there is a slight raised edge around the top and the bottom of the case for screen protection. On the side, we have a lanyard hole, our separated volume buttons, and our action button. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and then on the back, shows off the color of your phone, but doesn't pick up any fingerprints. I absolutely love that. And there's also extra reinforcements in all the corners for drop protection. It also has a nice raised edge around your camera lenses. And as you can see, it doesn't add much bulk to the phone. Looks really nice, especially with that natural titanium. And if you're wondering about wireless charging, there's no issues there. So this is definitely one of my more favorite cases, like I said, because of this nice matte back. It just looks awesome. So I definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the black Fusion X. So this case is a Fusion X, kind of like the clear case, but this one's a little different. It does definitely offer a little bit more protection, but it still has that nice clear backing. The back is rigid, but this case is surrounded by a softer rubbery material. And if you notice, it's got more covering for the rear camera. Fits on the phone really well, feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It just has a nice good grip to it. The buttons, also nice and clicky, very pressable. I like it. And if we look at it from the side, again, you can see how Ringke has raised edges on the bottom and the top of the phone, not necessarily so much in the middle. We also have some texture on the sides for grip. We have our separated volume buttons and that textured action button. It's got extra reinforcements in the edges. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side that is textured as well. More texture over here. On the back, again, shows off the color of your phone very nicely. And it's got the extra protection for your camera lenses, which is nice. And there's a huge raised edge around those lenses as well. And as you can see too, the case doesn't really add that much extra bulk to the phone. And they have also added this little raised edge to the top near the camera, so when you put your phone on its back and touch it, it doesn't wobble all over the place. I absolutely love that. And if you want to wirelessly charge with this case, you can with no problem. So if you want a little bit more protection than the Fusion case will give you, the Fusion X is definitely the way to go, and this is definitely one of my other favorite cases. I like how slim it is, but still offers some really good protection for your phone. And I like how aggressive the buttons are as well. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion Clear case. So as you can see, unlike the matte, this is totally clear. It's super light. It's got a nice hard back, but it's surrounded by a rubber edge. Fits in the phone really nicely. It has some good grip to it, and the buttons, nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see again there's a raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. We have our lanyard hole, our separated volume buttons, our action button. We also have some reinforcements in the corners as well. Cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back shows off the color of your phone. Does it pick up any fingerprints? It does have some slight smudges on the back, but you can easily just wipe those away. And it also has a nice prominent raised edge around your camera lenses as well. And as you can see, it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone. If you want a clear case, this is definitely one I would check out. And if you want to wirelessly charge, you can without issue. So this is exactly like the Fusion Matte, but as you can see, it's got a totally clear back versus the matte. But it's still an awesome case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Onyx case in black. This is another case that I've used for a couple years, and it's actually really nice. It is very flexible. It's got a nice textured back, and as you can see, it does have some extra protection for your camera lenses, and it's also nice and thin. Feels nice in the hand. It does have some texture on the side to help with grip. As far as the buttons goes, Buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see it's got the raised edge on the top portion and the lower portion of the phone. On the side here, we have that texture with our separated volume buttons and our action button. It does also have some reinforcement in the corners as well. There's our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and then again on the back, it's got that really nice texture. And as you can see, it's got some extra protection for our camera lenses. It doesn't have a lip, but it has like these individual raised edges around your camera lenses. You can see right there. And you can also easily wirelessly charge through this case. So if you're looking for something to keep your phone protected while still keeping it nice and thin and doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, this is definitely a case I would take a look at, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Fusion Bold case. So this case reminds me of the Onyx case, but it's got a nice hard clear back instead of that rubbery texture. It's super light and it's also nice and thin. Fits in your phone really well, feels good in the hand as far as the buttons goes. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at the case from the side, you can see it still has that nice raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. On the side here, we have that same texture. Our separated volume buttons are action button. It also has some reinforcement in the corners as well. We have our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back it shows off the color of your phone. And it also has a nice huge raised edge for your camera lenses as well. As far as fingerprints, it doesn't seem to really show fingerprints, which is definitely good. And if you want to wirelessly charge, you can easily through this case. So another really nice case by Ringke. Again, as you can see, it keeps the phone nice and slim while still adding some protection, and this one allows you to see the color of your phone with the black accented sides. So I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ringke Air iPhone Clear. So this is another transparent case by Ringke, but this one is totally flexible and it's super light. This case is totally made of a TPU type material. There are no hard parts on it at all. Feels nice in the hand, does have some good grip. As far as the buttons, buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a nice raised edge on the top and the bottom. On the side, we have our lanyard hole, our separated volume buttons, and our action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts, power button on the side, and on the back, again, shows off the color of your phone. And it also has a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. And as you can see, it does have a thicker back than it seems like the other cases do. So that's where all the protection is going to be. As far as fingerprints goes, it doesn't look like it picks up fingerprints very well at all. So that's definitely a plus. And if you want to wirelessly charge with this case, you can without any issues. And because this case is made of an all TPU type material, when you put your phone on its back or its front, it's more likely to stick in place without sliding around, which is nice. So if you're looking for a very simple, transparent case that has some grippiness to it, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have Casekoo's Magic Stand Cloud Cush case. So we have a couple different colors here. One we have in neon that really stands out, and then we have another one in a clear black. So let me tell you a little bit about this case, because it's not just any ordinary case. First off, it has air cushion technology, and that's like a big bubble that goes all the way around the case that kind of acts like a nice air cushion. Kind of like some of the sneakers have to make it more comfortable. Well, this case does exactly that as well. So when you're holding your phone, it reduces fatigue on your hand because it has that nice air cushion all the way around the phone. Not only does it look good and feel good in the hand, but it also absorbs shocks from up to 3 meters. It also has a built-in MagSafe ring that acts as a kickstand that's flush with the case. No more bumps or anything that protrude from the case like some of those other cases with the metal kickstands. And because this ring is magnetic, you can clip this case onto things that are metal. So let's put our phone inside the case. Goes in very easily. Looks really nice on the phone. Feels good in the hand. It gives a little bit of a grip. The buttons on the side. Nice and clicky. Very easily accessible. Very easy to press and find. If we look at it from the side, you can see that there is a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, so it protects your screen. On the side here, we have our separated volume buttons and our action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button. On the back, it shows off the color of your phone. Looks really nice, crystal clear. And we also have a nice raised edge all the way around our camera lenses to help protect those as well. And for the MagSafe ring, it comes out very easily. As you can see, it's nice and thin. It's also very sturdy and stays in any orientation you put it in. It doesn't just flop around like other case kickstands. So you can easily set your phone down to watch some YouTube or maybe some Netflix. You can also stand it up in a portrait mode, so you can take some Zoom or FaceTime calls, and you can also totally turn it around to have it lay down a little bit more angled up towards your face. And as I said before, you can pretty much angle this in a lot of different orientations. And it very nicely folds back right into the case. So no more getting caught on your pockets or anything like that. And as I said before, this acts as a MagSafe ring. So here we have our MagSafe power bank, and it very easily clips onto the back. Very satisfying clip, and it charges up your phone. It also holds onto the case really well. You don't have to worry about the phone just falling off. And the case itself is also very light, so you don't have to worry about it adding extra weight to your phone. And you don't necessarily have to use MagSafe chargers either. You can use any regular wireless charger. The case feels very well constructed, and I also like the buttons on the side because they're a separate piece from the case, allowing them to stick out a little more and give you that nice click. This is easily one of my more favorite cases because of all the features that it has. It has really good drop protection, it's got built-in MagSafe, and I also love the fact that the kickstand is flush with the case. There have been so many times where I'm just sitting around, maybe brushing my teeth or eating lunch, when I want to prop my phone up so I can watch some YouTube, and I don't have anything but maybe a salt shaker or a basket to put my phone up against. And now I don't have to worry about that because we have that built-in kickstand. And then here it is in the black and clear. That looks pretty sharp, especially with the natural titanium iPhone. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Whitestone Dome AEGIS 360. So here is the case itself. Comes with a really nice belt clip. This is a two-piece design case. It has a hard inner shell with a soft outer body, and it also has MagSafe built in. So once you undo the clips on the side, the piece comes apart, and then here we have our camera lens protectors. On this piece, it has a nice soft microfiber inlay that you just simply take your phone, place on top just like that. Then you're going to want to clean off your screen really well. Once you've cleaned off your screen, you want to peel off the inside protector from the tempered glass, and then just simply place this over the top of your phone and press it into place. So once this is all clipped into place, we're going to clean off our camera lenses. Then take your camera lens protector and put it just like this. We're going to peel off the back, and then just place this over the top of your lenses. Push it into place, and you're all set. Now take this whole thing and we're going to put it inside the rubber outer layer and then peel off the top protector. Feels very nice in the hand. It's got some nice grip to it. Buttons are super easy to press. All nice and clicky, very easily accessible. And if we look to the side, you can see there's still a nice raised edge all the way around the case. We have our buttons on the side here, cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side, and then here we have our back. It's got that nice soft rubbery type material, and as you can see, the camera lens cover fits perfectly within inside this case. So now your phone is protected 360 degrees. It does add some bulk to the phone, but as you can see, it is totally protected. So if you happen to drop your phone, nothing on your phone should get damaged. So let's check out the screen protector. And as far as fingerprints goes, it does pick up a little bit of smudges, but you can very easily wipe those away. Let's check out our Face ID. Face ID works fine, no issues there. As you can see, it is nice and clear. Touch working perfectly fine. Now, one thing about this screen protector that I do want to let you know is there are a whole bunch of these little dots all over the screen, and you will see that when you're looking at the screen itself. That may or may not bother you. It doesn't really bother me. It's not horrible, but you can definitely see them on the screen. You can kind of see the dots that I was talking about before. Yeah, these buttons are so easily pressable. It's amazing. And then here we have our belt clip. You can put this in a couple different ways. You can either put this with the screen facing out so you can see what's on it, or if you want to have some extra protection, you can put the case with the screen face in so you don't have to worry about it getting cracked. Now, another really cool thing that Whitestone thought about is adding another extra piece that doesn't have a screen protector in it. So if you already have a tempered glass screen protector on your phone, you could just simply use this piece. And then to show you how good the MagSafe works, we have a MagSafe power bank here. Clips onto the back and immediately starts to charge your phone. Now, the MagSafe does stick onto the back of the phone pretty good enough to where it's not going to just fall off, but don't hold your phone by the MagSafe battery because the phone may come off. It's not a super solid hold, but it's strong enough to hold the battery in place. And if you want to use this with wireless charging, you don't have any issues there either. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Here we have Benks transparent case with MagSafe. So this isn't like the other clear cases that we've seen before. This clear case is totally rigid. The back is a hard plastic as well as the outer portion of the case itself. And it has separated buttons, which are nice, that are not part of the case. So they should give us a really nice click. And it also has that built-in MagSafe. Let's put our phone inside the case. Fits in there really nice. Feels nice in the hand. It is a little bit slick. Now, if we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. Now, if you were to put a tempered glass screen protector on this phone with this case, there probably wouldn't be a lip anymore. So that's just something to keep in mind. If we look at the side of the case, you can see we have our separated volume buttons and our action button that is accented, which I like. Our bottom cutouts. There's our power button on the back. Shows off the color of your phone, and we have that MagSafe ring. And if we turn it to the side, we do have a nice raised edge to protect our camera lenses. Now, as far as the buttons goes, nice and clicky, very easily pressable, easy to find, very nice. That's why I like separated volume buttons from the case, because when you push them in, it's pretty much just pushing the button itself, and you're not pushing in on the case because it's not connected. Now let's check out the MagSafe. Here we have a MagSafe power bank. Clips onto the back very easily, and it charges your phone. It also seems to hold onto the phone pretty well, so you don't have to worry about it just coming off. And you can also use a regular wireless charger as well. As far as fingerprints goes, it doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints very good, so that's definitely a plus. And I really do like these buttons. So this is a pretty nice case. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have Benks Armor Air case. This case is totally made of 600D Kevlar and metal. So this case is really nice, very light and thin, as you can see. It's got MagSafe built in. It's nice and smooth, and it's got a metal ring for your camera lenses. Goes onto the phone very easily. Feels nice in the hand. Feels just like there's no case on the phone whatsoever. So if you're a minimalist and you want to keep the phone as slim as possible, but still give it some protection, this is definitely a nice case. So like I said, it feels nice in the hand. It's not slick. It feels nice and smooth. There's a cutout for all the buttons, so you're actually pressing the actual buttons for the phone. And if we look at the side, we can see there is a very slight raised edge all the way around the screen of the phone. And on the back, you can see the Kevlar feels very nice, and that metal ring all the way around the camera lenses. Really nice. Feels like a nice premium case. Now let's check out the MagSafe. Nice and strong. And of course it charges the phone without any issue. And the magnet that's on there is really strong as well. You don't have to worry about this MagSafe power bank just falling off. It even feels good in the hand with the power bank on the back. And you can also wirelessly charge regularly through this case as well. So if you want a case on your phone but maintain the absolute slimness of the phone, this is definitely one of the cases I would take a look at. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Benks Armor Pro case. So this case again is made of Kevlar and metal, and this one actually has some rubber edges on it, so it'll give the phone a little bit more the protection than the Armor Air. It's still super light, and it's also not very thick, and it has built-in MagSafe. And if we look at the inside of the case, you can see that there is a rubber edge to the inside to help with drop protection. This case has also been tested up into a 6-foot drop, and it has 3 times military grade drop testing. This case also has 600D Kevlar. Feels really nice in the hand. It feels nice and smooth. It's not slippery. As far as the buttons go, nice and clicky. Easily accessible, and they're also metal buttons on the side with the accented action button. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a nice raised edge. And from the side, you can see those separated volume buttons, and the action button looks really nice. On the bottom, we have our cutouts, power button on the other side, and on the back, you can see that nice, smooth, tight woven 600D Kevlar. And for our camera lens ring, it is again metal, and it protects your camera lenses. So let's test out the MagSafe. Again, it's got a nice hold on the phone, charges up without any issues, and it's holding on really well. And again, same with the Armor Air, you can charge this up with a regular wireless charger. And again, you can see that it doesn't really add a lot of bulk to the phone, but it gives it some pretty good protection. This is definitely my favorite Benks case yet. I absolutely love the carbon fiber and the metal ring here. I like the minimalist case, but for me, I like a little more edge protection, and that's what this case gives you while keeping the phone pretty much slim. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So here we have Supcase's UB Pro case. So this is Supcase's most protective case, and they have a new color this year that's called Mountain. It's kind of like a metallic purple color. This case also has a built-in screen protector as well as a kickstand, which is really cool. And it also comes with a very sturdy belt clip. So this is a 2-piece design case. You just need to take out the inner portion, put it over your phone, and then put it back in the case. So all you need to do is get out the inner portion of the screen. Now make sure you clean off your phone screen really well. Then peel off the inner protector, and then just put this over your phone. And then place your phone with the protector back inside the case, just like this. And then peel off the top protector. Looking really nice. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It's got a nice soft rubbery feel to it. As far as buttons goes, buttons are very clicky. Work really well. It's got this nice texture on the side here along with that rubbery type material. There are volume buttons, our action button, our cutouts on the bottom. We also have a covered charging port, so you don't have to worry about any dust or dirt getting inside there. On the other side, we have our textured power button along with that texture on the side for grip. On the back, we have that nice hard shell with the kickstand. And we also do have a raised edge to help protect your camera lenses as well. And the kickstand works really good too. Clips into place. It's a very solid kickstand. It is made of plastic, but it doesn't feel flimsy. You can put your phone down in a landscape so you can kind of watch Netflix or YouTube. And you can also put it up in portrait mode as well so you can take some FaceTime calls. And if you want it to lay down a little more but angled toward your face, you can lay it down like this as well. So you can lay it down in landscape so you can watch some Netflix or YouTube. And then when you're done, it easily stows back into the phone's case with a nice little click. Got the carbon fiber inlay on the top there. Looks really nice. Now for the screen protector, you can see it does have a cutout for your camera, so you don't have to worry about it interfering with Face ID or your selfies. The screen does seem to pick up some fingerprints, but you can very easily just wipe those away with little effort. Now let's test out our touch. Touch works just fine. No issues there through that screen protector. So your phone is now protected 360 degrees. And then for the belt clip, you can put your phone into this clip a couple different ways. You can put it face down, which I would definitely recommend you do because now your screen's protected. Or if you really want, you want to see what's on the screen, you can always put it with the screen facing out as well. And if you're wondering if this case works with wireless charging, no problems there. This is a very nice protective case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have Supcase's UB Mag case. So here is the case itself. It's got a nice hard backing with that built-in MagSafe ring, surrounded by some nice rubbery material. Feels very nice in the hand. It is nice and grippy. Buttons, nice and clicky. If we look at the phone from the side, we can see there is a slight raised edge all the way around the phone, and we have some extra edge protection as well. You can see the little air cushions in the side there in case you happen to drop it on your edge. There's our volume buttons, our action button that has a little texture on it. We have a lanyard hole, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side. On the back here, shows off the color of your phone very nicely. It's got that built-in MagSafe ring, and it also has a raised edge to help protect your camera lenses. It's got that nice frosted Supcase logo on the bottom. And as you can see, it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone either, but it does offer some pretty good protection. And we have a MagSafe power bank. Clips right onto the back, charges up your phone, and it holds on there really well. And in case you're wondering, you can also use this case with wireless charging. This case also does come in different colors, not just totally clear. I like this case because it's not very bulky, but it does offer your phone some good drop protection. And you can never go wrong with MagSafe. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Supcase Mag XT case. So this case is one of Supcase's newer cases, and it is really nice. It's got built-in MagSafe. It also has a metal cover to protect your camera lenses. And it's really beefy, but it's not very heavy, which is nice. It's got a nice hard back surrounded by some nice rubbery materials. I'd probably say this is the second most protective case versus the UB Pro. I really like this case. It's also got a nice smooth feel on the inside of the case. So let's put it inside the case. Wow, nice. Goes in really nicely inside the case, and it's in there too. Feels really nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's also not slippery. It's got a nice smooth feel to it. It also does have some really nice beefy edges in case you happen to drop your phone. And if we look at it from the side, you can see that it's got a nice raised edge all the way around the phone to protect your screen. On the side here, we have some serration for grip. We have our separated volume buttons and our accented action button. I absolutely love that. Got some carbon fiber inlays as well. Our cutouts on the bottom. Our power button on the side. Looks really good. And on the back, again, it's got that nice hard back with the built-in MagSafe and that metal cover for your camera lenses. And it also acts as a little kickstand as well. How cool is that? It also has a nice soft kind of felt material on the inside to help keep your lenses from getting scratched up there too. Clips into place. It is super solid as well when it moves, and you can also use it in different orientations. You can lay it down like this to watch some YouTube. You can stand it upright like this to take some FaceTime calls, and you can also kind of lay it more down towards your face just like this. That is so cool. And then from the side, as you can see, it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. It's fairly slim for the protection that it does offer, and it's got a nice raised edge to protect those lenses. And then for that MagSafe, clips on there very strong. Charges your phone, no issues. And it's on there really good. And this does also come in different colors as well. This just happens to be the green. And as far as the buttons, nice and clicky, easily pressable, no problem. I absolutely love this case. And if you're wondering if this works with wireless charging as well, no problems there. I would definitely recommend this case if you want to keep your phone fairly slim but offer a lot of really good protection along with your camera lenses as well. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And here we have the I-Blason Ares Mag SP. And here is the case. It is a two-piece design. It's got an inner plastic shell surrounded by a nice outer rubber shell with a hard plastic back. It also has MagSafe built in, so this does look like it is a pretty protective case. So the first thing we need to do is to take out the inner portion of the case itself. Just pull back this bottom corner here, and you should be able to pull out the inner shell. Then once you have this out, just make sure you clean off your screen on your phone really well. Then peel off the inner protector on the screen. Put it over the top of your phone and press it into place. Then we're going to take this whole thing and put it back inside the case. Just work your way around the phone. Then once that's done, we can peel off the top protector. So it looks good so far. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It just has a smooth rubber type feel to it. So the case does have a built-in screen protector, as you already saw. It's not made of glass, it's just a thin piece of plastic, and it does have a cutout for your selfie camera there. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. On the side here, we have our volume buttons and our action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts and a covered charging port, so you don't have to worry about any dust or dirt getting into the little port there. We have our power button and some lanyard holes on the bottom as well. On the back here, it's got a nice clear back to show off the color of your phone. Looks really nice. I like that little design that they have on the MagSafe. And then it also has a raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. I think that looks pretty cool. I like the two-tone color of the case. Again, it's got a nice hard plastic back surrounded by a soft rubber side. And your phone is definitely not going to just pop out of this case if you happen to drop it. It's also got extra reinforcements in the corners as well for extra drop protection. So let's test out the MagSafe. Here we have a MagSafe battery. I'll clip it onto the back. Pretty strong hold. And it charges your phone without any problems. And it's holding on to the phone pretty well. It's on there. It's not going to just fall off. It's actually got a pretty strong hold, which is always nice. Now, as far as the buttons goes, buttons are very easily pressable. Nice and clicky. I love it. That is awesome. It's one thing I really appreciate on cases, when the buttons stick out just enough and they're very easily pressable and clicky. It's very important to me. So as you can see, the screen protector does pick up some fingerprints, and they do wipe away. You have to put a little bit more effort into it because it is just plastic, but you can wipe them away. And as far as our touch goes, touch seems to be working just fine. It is pretty smooth. It's not as smooth as the glass. It does have just the tiniest bit of resistance, but it's good enough for swiping and anything else you need to do. And it's also crystal clear. And another nice thing about this case is it accommodates for camera lens protectors as well. So if you're going to be using that, you can use it with this case. And you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. So really not a bad case. It is pretty nice. It offers some pretty good drop protection, gives you that MagSafe ring, and it has the built-in screen protector. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the I-Blason Shield Mag SP case. So this is another two-piece design case. It's got that plastic inner portion surrounded by a nice hard plastic shell with rubber on the sides. But this particular case has a camera cover on the back, which is pretty nice. That also acts as a stand, and it has the built-in MagSafe. The one thing I absolutely hate about this case is how hard it is to try to get this inner shell out, because the edge of this case is all hard plastic. There's nothing forgiving like the other cases where the rubber kind of bends back so you can pull this out. This is totally firm, solid plastic. So the only way I was able to get that out was with this little pry tool. So just keep that in mind. So once you get the inner shell out, make sure you clean off the screen of your phone really well. Peel off the protector on the inside. Then put the case over the top of your phone and just press it into place. Just like that. Then we're going to put this whole thing back into this case here. And once you have that in place, you can peel off the top protector. And you're all set. The case does feel nice in the hand. Again, it's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It just has a nice smooth plastic type feel to it. As far as the buttons goes, buttons are super clicky. They're easily pressable and easily accessible. That's one thing I absolutely love about cases. If you're going to do one thing great on the case, make sure it's the buttons. If we look at the case from the side, we can see that it does have a raised edge to help protect your screen. On the side here, as you can see, this blue is that hard plastic and the top is that rubber type material. Here we have our separated volume buttons and our action button, which is accented. I really like that. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button. And on the back, we have the clear case to show off the color of your phone, which is really nice. We have that MagSafe ring. And then we also have that camera cover. Now this camera cover is made of plastic. It does have a nice soft kind of material on the inside, but it's very solid. It's not a cheap feeling plastic, and it also stays in the place that you put it. It doesn't just flop around. And like I mentioned before, not only does it cover your camera lenses, but you can use this as a stand as well, which is great. Pretty much any angle you want to put it at, you can. And then when it's not in use, it snaps back into place. So let's check out that MagSafe. Clips on there nice and strong, charges your phone without any issues, and it's not coming off. It's on there really well. And you can also use regular wireless charging to charge your phone through this case as well. And then as far as fingerprints goes on that screen protector, it does seem to pick up some fingerprints. It's not horrible. You can wipe them away. The screen is also not as smooth as the glass. It's got a little bit of resistance to it, but it's not horrible. Touch also works perfectly fine, so you don't have to worry about that. And your screen's also protected. And it also has a cutout for your selfie camera too. So this is definitely a really nice case. I absolutely love the feel of these buttons. And again, they're kind of separate from the case itself. So they give a really nice, satisfying click, and they're very easily pressable, just like you were pressing the buttons on the phone itself. Your phone's pretty much protected 360 degrees. There's really not much bad to say about this case other than trying to get your phone inside. That's really the only downside. Other than that, I think this is a really nice protective case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. So this case is pretty cool. It kind of looks like the inside of the iPhone. It's got a nice feel to it. Each one of these little pieces individually has like its own kind of textury type feel to it. It's got a nice hard back with MagSafe built in, surrounded by a nice rubbery type material. Let's put our phone inside the case. Fits on the phone very snug. It's not just going to come off your phone. Buttons, nice and clicky. The action button is just a little bit hard to press in, but not too bad. Feels nice in the hand. It is nice and grippy. If we look at the case from the side, we see that there is a nice raised edge all the way around the case. There are volume buttons on the side, our action button, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side. The edges also seem to have some extra edge protection with these little cushions on the inside as well. On the back, again, it kind of shows off what would be inside the iPhone. And if we look at it from the side, it's got a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. Then here we have a power bank by Spigen. Clips right onto the back and immediately starts to charge your phone, and it's held on there really well. It is not just going to fall off your phone. You have to forcefully pull it off. And if you're wondering, this case also works with regular wireless charging as well. So definitely not a bad case. It does offer some protection to your phone, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk either. So I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid in clear. Another really nice clear case. It's got a nice hard back with that MagSafe ring built in. Put our phone inside the case. Again, fits really nice and snug on the phone. Buttons, nice and clicky. The case is also nice and grippy in the hand. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it's got a nice raised edge all the way around the phone. We have our volume buttons on the side here with our action button. Again, you can see the cushion in the corner for that extra drop protection. Our cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back, again, shows off the color of your phone. It's got that MagSafe ring, and it also has a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. Works well with MagSafe. Very strong magnetic force. And again, you can always use this with regular wireless charging as well. And you can also see that it doesn't really add any extra bulk to the phone either. So if you want a good case that shows off the color of your phone, offers you some pretty decent protection, and also works with MagSafe, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Ultra Hybrid in just a clear with no MagSafe. And here is the case itself. It is nice and light. It's got a nice hard backing surrounded by a nice rubber material on the sides. We also have these protectors that you just peel off before you put your phone inside. Nice and clear. Again, it fits on the phone really well, nice and snug. It is nice and grippy as well. Buttons are nice and clicky. The action button doesn't feel as pronounced as the other buttons. It's a little kind of mushy, very hard to press in. Not really sure I like that. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the case. We have our volume buttons and our action button, cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side. On the back shows off the color of your phone with no MagSafe, and it also does have a slight raised edge to protect your camera lenses. This case also does work with regular wireless charging as well. Now this is a nice case, but because this action button is hard to press in and you can't really tell that you're actually pushing a button, I'm not sure why this case is any different than the other cases, but for some reason it is, and because of that, I would tell you to stay away from this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. And here we have the Spigen Cryo Armor case. If you want a really cool case that people are going to ask you about, this is definitely one of them. The case looks like it's lighting up blue, but it's really not. It's just kind of like an underlay underneath this texture-y type material on the back. It looks really cool though. So if you want that cool factor for a case, this is definitely one you're going to want to check out. The back of the case is also nice and firm, and it's surrounded by a rubbery type material. Fits on the phone very well. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery either. It's just kind of got like a nice smooth feel to it. Buttons. Easily pressable. Very clicky, very nice. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. On the side here, we have our separated volume buttons, our action button, and you can see that it does have some extra reinforcement on the edge. cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and on the back again, it's got that nice texture with that really cool blue look. That is so cool. And if we turn it to the side, you can see it does have a raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. Now this case, as cool as it is, it doesn't have any MagSafe features, but you can still wirelessly charge with regular wireless chargers. So this is definitely a really cool case, and it will protect your phone. Feels nice in the hand, buttons nice and clicky. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid S case. So this is another really nice case that I absolutely love. It's got MagSafe built in along with a metal kickstand. It's got a nice hard back surrounded by a firm rubber edge. It holds onto your phone really well. It is grippy in the hand as far as the buttons goes. Buttons are clicky except for the action button. Again, it's a little hard to press in, which I really don't like. If we look at the phone from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. We have our volume buttons and our action button on the side. We have those little cushions in the edge for corner protection. Our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and you can see on the bottom here it's a little bit thicker than normal, probably because of that kickstand. It's flush with the back, so they had to make the back a little thicker. But it's still not horrible. Your phone is still pretty thin. And on the back here again shows off the color of your phone. It's got that nice MagSafe ring and then this kickstand. Very nice. Again, it is made of all metal. It's very solid as well, and it pretty much stays in any place you're going to put it. So you can watch some Netflix, use some YouTube. You can also take some FaceTime calls as well. And it simply folds back into the case, and it is totally flush, which I absolutely love. We also have a raised edge all the way around our camera lenses for protection there too. Then that MagSafe ring, you can easily clip that onto the back of your phone and it starts to charge. So that is really nice. Typically, a lot of the cases I see with kickstands have like a little bump, which don't really allow you to use MagSafe. But again, like I said, they made the back of the case a little bit thicker to accommodate that kickstand and make it nice and flush. Absolutely love that. So this is tough for me. This action button, it does press in, but it's a little bit harder. Not like the other Ultra Hybrid we tested. You can still push it in, and it still does work. I absolutely love this kickstand though. So if you can get around the little firmer press of the action button, it's not horrible, but it's there. This is not a bad case. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Spigen Thin Fit. So this case is really light and it's pretty thin. So if you want minimal protection while still keeping your phone about the same thickness, this is probably a case you're going to want to take a look at. It does have a hard backing on it that has like a nice matte feel, and it is also surrounded by a soft rubber edge. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy. It's got a nice soft feel to it. As far as the buttons goes, nice and clicky, very easily pressable. You can very easily press the action button as well. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge to protect your screen. And you can also tell on the side here where the rubber starts and the hard covered plastic ends. We have our volume buttons, our action button, cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side. On the back, it's got kind of like that matte feel to it. It also doesn't show fingerprints, which is nice. And it's also got a raised edge around the camera lenses for protection there. There's no MagSafe built into this case, but you can still use it with wireless charging. And again, look at how thin your phone stays with this case. I think Spigen did a really nice job reinventing the thin case, because I think their thin fit cases before this were just all plastic. They were super thin. This one actually has some nice rubber on it to help give your phone some more protection, but keep it nice and thin. And these buttons, very easily pressable, nicely clicky. I absolutely love it. So if you're looking for a thin case that does offer your phone still some protection, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Spigen Optik Armor case. So this case is a little bit bulkier. It does have a nice textured feel on the back, and the one thing about this case is it has a camera cover as well that you can just slide off to the side if you want it open or closed. So the case does feel nice in the hand. It's not grippy. It's got a nice smooth feel to it. As far as the buttons goes, this is another one of those cases that's got kind of like this hard press for the action button. I don't understand why some of these cases are like that, but the other buttons are easily pressable. It's just that action button that's kind of a little difficult to press. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. It's got a nice rubber feel to it. Again, our volume buttons on the side, our action button, cutouts on the bottom, power button on the side, and on the back again, it's got that nice kind of rubbery type texture to it. And then this cover here is made of a thin plastic, and it just slides off to the side if you want it open or closed. The one thing I really don't like about this case is the fact that when the camera lens cover is open, it overlaps on the case. So you're really probably not going to want to keep this open all the time. You're probably going to want to keep it closed, which you may or may not like. It's also a little extra bulky, like I said. You can see that there, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the camera lens protector. This case does not have MagSafe built in, but it does work with wireless charging. So if you're looking for a camera cover by Spigen, this is the case. But again, there are those couple things with the camera cover hanging over and hard press on the action button that you might not like. I would not recommend this case because there are other cases that offer some better camera protection and have a better press of the action button as well. So I would stay away from this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. And then here we have the Spigen Rugged Armor case. This is definitely one of my other favorite cases. It does have MagSafe built in, and it has a textured kind of rubber material on the back, along with a carbon fiber inlay, and it's surrounded by a nice rubbery material. It also has some extra protection inside as well. As you can see, these yellow pieces are foam, so it does have some extra drop protection as well. Fits really nice on your phone, feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, it's got a nice smooth feel to it, and it's not slippery. Buttons, easily pressable. And the action button on this one is easily pressable as well. You can feel a nice click. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. We have a nice texture on the side for grip, and as you can see, we do have the reinforcements in the corners as well. Cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and then on the back, again, it's got that nice textury material as well as that carbon fiber inlay. And it also has a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. And like I said before, this does have built-in MagSafe, so you can use MagSafe accessories. And it charges your phone without issue. It also holds on to there really well too. And if you're wondering, you can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well. So the case does offer some pretty good protection, and you can see that it doesn't really add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. Like I said, this is another one of my favorite cases. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have a full leather wallet case by Mujjo. That is a really nice blue. So a couple things about this case really quick. The lining and the case itself are actually made of recycled materials. It also has a microfiber lining on the inside of the case to help keep your phone from getting all scratched up. It's got that MagSafe built in. The case is also lined in a full grain leather. It's got a machined metal ring for your camera lens protection, as well as machined buttons on each one of the sides. And it has that leather lined pocket that can hold up to 3 credit cards. It's also very light. So let's put our phone inside the case. Fits in there really well. Feels nice in the hand. It's got that leathery type feel. And as far as the buttons on the sides, they stick out just enough to where you can easily find them. They're very clicky and easily pressable. Very nice. If we look at the case from the side, you can see there is a nice raised edge to protect your screen. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone as well. It's got that nice leather look on the side, our machined volume buttons and action button, cutouts on the bottom, machined metal power button on the side, and on the back, again, it's got that nice machined edge to protect your camera lenses as well. It also has that nice pocket so you can put some credit cards or your ID, and they're in there nice and snug so they won't just come out. Now you can put up to 3 cards in this little pocket, but they need to be totally flat and not embossed. Now the case does have MagSafe built in, but if you have the cards in the back here, you're not going to be able to use that MagSafe ring. So you're going to need to take the credit cards out. Now let's see if you can still wirelessly charge through the case with those cards in place. And it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to. So it does have the pocket for the credit cards, but if you want to use the MagSafe or wireless charging, you're going to need to take your credit cards out. Now, even though we do have 3 credit cards in here, they're not very hard to get out. I would recommend holding the phone like this and kind of pulling the credit cards out one by one. Now let's see if you can wirelessly charge with only the 1 credit card in here. So wireless charging does seem to work if you're only using the 1 credit card. And then let's try using MagSafe with only 1 credit card in there. So here we have a power bank. It does kind of clip on there and it does seem to charge, but it does not hold on very well. The battery will fall off if you're just going to hold the battery or just the phone. And then if you don't have any credit cards in there and you want to use MagSafe, we have our MagSafe power bank here. It clips onto the back and it does start to charge your phone. So the one thing you do need to be aware of is if you're going to be using any MagSafe accessories, they will hold onto your phone and charge it up, but the magnetic hold is not super strong, so you're not going to be able to just hold your phone by the MagSafe battery. And if you just hold your phone, you need to hold on to the battery as well because it could just fall off. So this is definitely a nice leather option, and like I said before, Mujjo does have a lot of other accessories as well in case you don't like this, and they come in other colors too. So this is a really nice case. I would recommend it and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Essential Armor case. It's military grade drop tested up to 15 feet and it also has built-in MagSafe. So this is probably one of UAG's more cheaper feeling cases. It's very flimsy. It doesn't have any rigid parts on the phone except for the little MagSafe ring on the back. And on the inside of this case, it's got kind of like an octagonal texture, but it feels very plasticky. So the phone goes in the case very easy. It does feel nice in the hand. It's not slippery, but it's not grippy either. It's got kind of like a smooth, rubbery type feel to it. As far as the buttons go, all the buttons are very clicky. It has a little cutout for your action button. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a raised edge all the way around the phone. The corners of the case are also reinforced as well. On the side, we have kind of flat looking volume buttons, again with our cutout for our action button. We have cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side. On the back, we have the MagSafe ring and it's got kind of like this smooth feel to it. If we look at it from the side, it has a raised edge to protect our cameras as well. And as you can see, it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone. So let's check out the MagSafe. Charges without any issues, and it seems to hold onto the case pretty well. And if you're wondering, you can also use this case with regular wireless charging. So not a bad case. It's not really heavy, but it does offer some protection for the phone, and everything seems to work pretty good on it. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but it's definitely not the worst either. I do like the fact that the buttons are very clicky, and it has some reinforcements in the edge. I would recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Pathfinder case. It's been military grade drop tested up to 8 feet, and it also has built-in MagSafe. So this case is a little bit stiffer than the Essentials. It's got a nice hard back to it, and it's surrounded by a nice thick firm rubber. On the inside here, again, it's all plasticky, but it's got kind of like this honeycomb look to it. Fits on the phone really well. It fits on the phone very well, and it feels very nice in the hand too. It's got kind of like these ridges on the side to help it with grip. The buttons, again, are nice and clicky, easily accessible, easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, again, this one has a nice raised edge all the way around the screen. So even if you happen to have a tempered glass screen protector on here, there should still be a nice raised edge. Again, on the side, it's got kind of like this texture to help with grip. There are separated volume buttons that are pretty much flat. We have a cutout for our action button. I would have really liked to see a button here versus a cutout because it's not easy to get your finger in there. And now that I think about it, this design was probably just a recycle of the old 14 Pro Max because this cutout would fit that switch perfectly. And as you can see, it's not lined up perfect for this action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. We have some lanyard holes on the sides. We have our power button on the other side with that grip. On the back, it's got a nice cool design. We have that MagSafe ring and it's got a nice smooth texture. If we look at it from the side, we do have a raised edge around our camera lenses. And there's also some reinforcement in the corners as well for some extra drop protection. This is a pretty nice case. Now let's check out the MagSafe. Here we have our MagSafe power bank. Clips on there really nicely, charges your phone without any issues, and it holds onto the case pretty good too. And if you're wondering, this also works with regular wireless charging. So I definitely like this case better than the Essentials case. I like how firm it feels. I do like the way that it feels in the hand better than the Essentials. Again, everything's working fine. The buttons are nice and clicky. They protrude just enough so you can feel that they're there. Feels good in the hand, and it offers some pretty good protection. So I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Metropolis LT. It's got a nice Kevlar back, and it's been military grade drop tested up into 18 feet, and it's also got built-in MagSafe. So this case is another one of my more favorite cases because of the Kevlar. It just looks really cool and it feels really cool as well. And the fact that they have MagSafe in here makes the case even that much better. So again, this is kind of a flimsier case, kind of like the Essentials case. Again, on the inside of the case, it's got kind of like a plasticky feel with the same kind of texture from the Essentials case. Goes in the phone very easy, feels really nice in the hand as far as the buttons go. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. I love it. And again, this one has a cutout for the action button, which I don't really care for. If we look at it from the side, you can see it's got a nice raised edge all the way around the phone. On the side here, it's got a nice smooth side with our volume buttons and the cutout for the action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts and our lanyard hole, power button on the other side. On the back, it's got that nice Kevlar texture, and it also has a nice raised edge for those camera lens protection. Even though it doesn't have texture on the side, it does feel nice in the hand. It's not slippery, but it's not grippy. It's got kind of like that smooth, plasticky feel. But the Kevlar looks really cool, and it feels really cool as well. And it's got MagSafe. Charges your phone no problem, and it still holds onto your phone pretty good. And this case also works with regular wireless charging. It also seems to have some reinforcements in the corners as well. It also doesn't seem to add a lot of extra bulk to the phone too. So if you want to keep your phone nice and slim, give your phone some protection, and you happen to like Kevlar, the Metropolis LT case is definitely one I would recommend, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the UAG Monarch Pro. This case has been drop tested up to 25 feet. It's got MagSafe built in, and it also has a Kevlar inlay. This is one of the more expensive cases by far, and it also has that cool Kevlar inlay. I like the red accents it's got. It makes it stand out, and it's got a very industrial look. On the inside, it's got kind of like that honeycomb pattern. It is a hard, solid back, and it's also plasticky feeling on the inside. Goes on your phone pretty easy. It also feels nice in the hand. It's got some texture on the side to help give it a little bit of a grip. It's not grippy though. It does feel kind of like that smooth rubber. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a nice raised edge on the front of the screen. On the side here, we have that honeycomb pattern with our volume buttons and the cutout for the action button. On the bottom, we have some lanyard holes in our cutouts. Our power button on this side with that texture. And then on the back, it's got that MagSafe ring, and it also has a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. And as you can see from the side, it does add some extra thickness to the phone, but it's also more protective. And also it has like these little nubs on each one of the corners of the case, so when you put your phone on its back, it doesn't rock all over the place when you touch it. That's one thing I really hate. And then for that MagSafe ring, charges your phone without any issues, and it also holds onto the case pretty well. And if you're wondering, this case also works with regular wireless charging. So if you want UAG's best, especially if we're talking about drop protection, the Monarch Pro is definitely going to be the case you're going to want to take a look at. I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So if you're looking for the best that UAG offers when we're talking about drop protection, the Monarch Pro is definitely the case you're going to want to take a look at. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have UAG's Monarch case. This has been drop tested up to 20 feet, and it also has Kevlar inlays. So this is definitely second to the Monarch Pro, but I think it's first as far as looks goes. I definitely love this spine. It kind of looks kind of like some sort of an exoskeleton, and then it's got these red accents with the Kevlar inlay. It just looks really cool. The only thing about this case is it does not have MagSafe. So it does have a hard spine, and it's surrounded by a firmer rubbery type material. On the inside, it's very hard plastic, and it's got kind of like that honeycomb look. So there it is on the phone. Feels nice in the hand, very substantial. As far as the buttons go, buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a nice prominent raised edge all the way around the phone. It definitely does add some extra bulk, just like the Monarch Pro does. On the side, it's got a nice kind of texture to help with grip. We have our volume buttons and our cutout for our action button. On the bottom, we have our lanyard holes and our cutouts. On the side, we have our texture again with our power button. On the back, it's got that really cool spine with the Kevlar, and we also have a nice raised edge to protect our camera lenses. Now, will this work with wireless charging? Let's find out. And it seems to have no problems. So this is a pretty nice protective case. It's not as protective as the Monarch Pro, but it's definitely a close second. And like I said before, I absolutely love the way that the back is, and this actually gives your phone some extra protection because it is so rigid. So another really nice case by UAG. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Armadillo Tek case by Caseborne. So this is a two-piece design case. It comes with this inner portion that you will put over your phone, and it also comes with this really nice belt clip as well. And like I mentioned before, this case does come with two tempered glass screen protectors as well. So your phone is pretty much covered 360 degrees. It does have that MagSafe built in. Here is that nice metal kickstand. This case does have a nice hard back that is surrounded by a firm rubber shell. The inside has kind of like a honeycomb pattern, and it's got a soft plastic feel. So the first thing we're going to do is to install our tempered glass screen protectors. Make sure you clean off your screen really well with the alcohol wipe, and then dry it off. Then take that piece that I showed you earlier, that is the inner portion of the case. We're going to put that over the top of our phone. This will help us guide the installation for the screen protector. Then take one of your screen protectors, making sure that this sticker is on the underside. Put some guide stickers on the screen protector just like this to give you something to hold on to during installation. Then we're going to peel off the underside of the protector, grab onto those stickers, and then put this in place. And then once you have it where you want it, just press it down and it will start to adhere to the screen, and you can kind of help it down. So installation went really well. Then we're going to take this whole piece and we're going to press it into the outer portion of the case. So there's the phone inside the case. Feels good in the hand. It's not grippy, but it's not slippery. It's got this texture on the side to help a lot with grip. And as you can see, it's got some really aggressive corner protection in case you happen to drop your phone. And like I mentioned before, this case is military grade drop tested. So if you happen to drop your phone, you know that it is going to be protected. As far as the buttons goes, all the buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable. Very nice. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does still have a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. And keep in mind, we also do have that tempered glass screen protector installed as well. If we look on the side, you can see the aggressive texturing. Our volume buttons are separated, and we have our action button. On the bottom, we do have our charging port that is covered, so you don't have to worry about any dust or dirt getting into the USB Type-C port. On the side here, again, we have that aggressive texture with our power button. And the back of this thing looks awesome. It's got that nice Caseborne logo. We have our MagSafe built in, and we have that metal kickstand ring that protects your camera lenses as well. It's a very solid metal ring, and if you want to get it out, you can just simply lift it up and pull it up like that. It also stays in pretty much any position you put it to. It doesn't just flop around, and like I mentioned before, it's very sturdy and secure. So not only does this protect your camera lenses, but it also doubles as a kickstand for you to watch some Netflix, do some FaceTime calls, or whatever you want. So useful. I absolutely love that they put this ring on here because it doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone, but it adds a ton of extra functionality. And if we look again at the side, you can see that the case doesn't really add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either, but adds a lot of extra protection. So let's test out that MagSafe. Here we have a MagSafe battery, clips onto the back, very strong, and it charges your phone without any issue. And it's also holding onto the case really well. You don't have to worry about the MagSafe power bank or any MagSafe accessory you use just coming off the phone. It's on there really good. So I love that it's got a nice strong magnetic hold. I absolutely love this metal kickstand. It's super protective, very aggressive corner protection, comes with 2 tempered glass screen protectors, and the buttons are nice and pressable. This is easily one of the top protective cases on my list. And when it comes to the belt clip holder, you can put your phone in 2 different orientations. One, you can have the screen inside the case so it's protected, or if you want to see what's on the screen, you can also have the screen facing outward as well. And if you're wondering, you can also use regular wireless charging with this case as well. As you can see, the tempered glass is also crystal clear, and it works fine with Face ID. Touch also works really well, and the screen is nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone. Let's test out our camera. Looks nice and clear. The screen protector also doesn't seem to be interfering with your selfies. So if you want a case that's going to offer your phone some excellent drop protection, as well as adding a kickstand, MagSafe, and some tempered glass to protect the front of your phone, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have the Wingman case by Scooch. This case has a pretty unique kickstand that I've never seen before. So here is the case, and as you can see, it's got kind of like this black piece on the back. That is actually the kickstand, and I'll show you how to deploy that in just a second. It's pretty cool. So this case actually exceeds military grade drop testing, so if you happen to drop your phone, it's going to be protected. This kickstand back here also acts as a holder, so you can put it in between your fingers to give you a better grip on your phone. It also has reinforcements in the corners for better drop protection, and it also comes with a $100 guarantee, so if your phone happens to get damaged while it's in this case, you could be eligible for $100 for repair. So let's put our phone in the case. So first off, this case feels really good in the hand. It has some pretty aggressive textures on the side that really does help with grip. And as far as the buttons goes, all the buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible, very nice. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone, and I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on the phone as well. You can see that aggressive texture on the side, feels really cool. We have our separated volume buttons right here, our action button on the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have that same texture on the top and the bottom, and we also have a textured power button so you can easily find and press it. And on the back, it is clear so you can show off the color of your phone. We have this really cool deployable kickstand, and we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for extra protection there too. So now let's talk about this kickstand here. So it is a nice, smooth, rubbery type kickstand, and the way that you deploy it is you simply just easily press it in the middle, and it curls up just like that. So this acts as your kickstand, or like I said, you can put it in between your fingers to give you a better grip on your phone. And like I said, this also acts as a kickstand, and you can put your phone in up to 3 different orientations. We have one, which is landscape. I like it because it angles it pretty much right towards your face. You can also put it into a portrait mode just like this, or you can turn it around and it'll be angled like that as well. Again, all you need to do is press it in the middle to make it come out, and then simply just press it down easily to put it back in. How cool is that? Have you guys ever seen this before? Let me know in the comments below. And as you can see, it doesn't really add much extra bulk to the phone either. Now you can also use wireless chargers and such with this phone as well. All you need to do is remove this kickstand, and you can easily do that by lifting up this piece here. And this kickstand easily just moves out of place, and you can easily use this with wireless charging. And you can also easily put it back into place as well. Another really cool thing about this kickstand is you can use it as an air vent holder. So all you need to do is simply deploy it. You will need to have air vents that are horizontal for this to work, but you simply take your phone, stick this into the air vent, and it'll hold in place. This kind of reminds me of those snap bracelets that you would kind of just hit on your wrist and it would curl up. That's, I think, exactly what this is. That's a pretty cool use of that. But it is also covered in a nice soft rubbery material, so it's not going to hurt your air vents either. And if you're like me, you might actually just use this as a fidget toy too. So I'm definitely liking this case. It does offer some pretty good protection. It's got a really cool kickstand design that has multiple uses, and it feels really good in the hand. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Scooch Wingmate case. This is a card holder case. So here is the case. It also has some features that I haven't seen used on any other case I've tested before, and I'll show you that in just a minute. This case has also been drop tested to withstand drops up to 10 feet. It also has some really good cushion all the way around the case and in the corners for good drop protection. It also has a piece in the middle here that you can use with Scooch's magnetic car mounts. It's got a pattern on the inside of the case that is made of hard plastic, and the outside kind of feels like a matte type of rubbery material, which is nice. So there it is on the phone. It does feel nice in the hand. That texture on the side really gives it a good grip. Let's see how the buttons are. All the buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. I love it. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and I also have a tempered glass screen protector on my phone as well. On the side, you can see that nice texturing with our volume buttons and our action button. On the bottom, we have our charging port and our speaker and our mic. On the other side, we have our power button, which is textured, as well as that aggressive texture on the top and the bottom. And on the back, we have a credit card slot, which I'll show you what that's for in just a minute. And we also have a card holder, which you can just lift up just like this and put some credit cards in there. That's why this case is a little bit thicker than usual. And if we look at the side, we can see that our camera lenses are nice and deep inside this well for extra protection. So let's open up the back here. We'll put some credit cards inside. So I got about 3 cards. We'll put these in the back. Those slide easily in place. You can probably fit up to 4 credit cards in here without any embossing on them. And then you just simply just press that back over your phone and they're hidden inside. Then if you want to get your credit card out, you just simply pull back this piece and pull out your credit card. So this little slot here has a really cool function. On the back of this case, you see that it doesn't have a kickstand, but if you take out one of your credit cards, you slide it into this little slot just like that, it turns it into a kickstand. How cool is that? Now, unfortunately, it only seems to work in a portrait mode. If you try to lay it down in landscape, the card just kind of falls out of place. But at least you can use it in a portrait mode. That is pretty cool. Another really nice thing about this case is it has RFID blocking, so you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your credit card information while the cards are inside the case. Now you are able to use this case while laying the phone down in landscape mode. You can easily open up the back card holder case and it stays in place just like this. The only thing is when you put your phone down in landscape, it's not going to be angled towards your face. But one scenario I think this would be great in is if you need to use your phone for video recording, because you can easily stand this up on something flat and it'll record video. So the case does add a little bit of extra bulk to your phone, but that adds protection and it also adds the ability to hold those credit cards. So now maybe you don't need to take your wallet or your purse with you. Now one thing about this case is because it has that metal ring in the back here, you're not able to use it with wireless charging. So you will need to use the plug instead. But this is a really nice card holder case. Like I said, it offers some really good protection. It has some really cool features and it feels really good in the hand. So I'm definitely going to recommend this case and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Limitless Aramid Fiber mouse case. Now, if you've never heard of MOUS before, they always have these YouTube ads where the guy puts the phone inside the case, throws it up probably about 20 feet, drops down onto the concrete, and your phone looks unscathed. This case is really nice. It does have that aramid fiber back, and on the inside, as you can see, it's got these green pads to help with shock absorption if you do happen to drop your phone. This case is pretty substantial as well. It does not feel cheap at all, and it does have MagSafe built in. And the case also has this soft felt material on the inside too. So there it is on the phone. It does feel very nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but it does have some nice texture on the side to help with grip. As far as the buttons go, all the buttons are nice and clicky. And the reason for that is because these buttons are not part of the actual case. They're just kind of free floating in the case. Very nice. If we look at it from the side, we can see that it does have a nice raised edge on the top and the bottom of the case. I also do have a tempered glass screen protector, so you can see how much raised edge you do get around the front of the phone. On the side here, we have a lanyard hole. We have those textures on the side to help with grip. We have our volume buttons and our action button. The case also does have kind of like this, not rough texture, but it's kind of got a texture to it. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. There is our power button with the texture on the side again. And on the back, we do have that super soft aramid fiber. Looks really nice. And we also do have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection. So let's test out that MagSafe. Here I have a MagSafe battery. Clips on there pretty good and charges your phone without any issues. The case does seem to be holding onto the phone pretty well. It doesn't have a super strong hold, but it's strong enough to keep any accessories connected to the phone. And you can also use regular wireless charging with this case as well. So this does seem to be a pretty nice protective case. Again, I absolutely love the feel of these buttons. They're so easy to press, very easy to find. You're gonna absolutely love the way that this phone feels and the way that the button works. Now, I definitely think the case will protect your phone if you happen to drop it. I don't know about 20 feet like they show in the videos, but it's definitely going to protect your phone from a reasonable height. I would definitely recommend this case and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Then here we have an impact case by Casetify. This is a very simple case. It's got a nice hard clear backing surrounded by a firm rubber edge. On the inside, it also has some extra rubber strips to help with absorbing shock if you happen to drop your phone. So there is the case. It is very grippy, so you don't have to worry about dropping the phone if you're holding it. The buttons are nice and clicky. This case has a cutout for your action button, which I don't particularly like because it's a little harder to press. But if we look at the phone from the side, we see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. And I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on there as well. On the sides here, it's got that grippy rubber material on the edge. We have our separated volume buttons and again our cutout for our action button. Cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the side, and on the back it shows off the color of your phone, again with that nice hard clear backing. and it has a slight raised edge to help protect your camera lenses. On the back here, it doesn't seem to pick up fingerprints really well, so that's definitely a plus. And it's got all these little micro dots on the screen to help keep down that rainbow effect. Now, the one good thing about this case is it's super grippy, so no matter what you put it down on, it's probably not going to slide around. This case is also eco-friendly and made with recycled materials. And you can also use regular wireless charging through this case as well. Now for me, I like a little bit more protection than I think this case would most likely offer you. It doesn't have a huge raised edge on the front of your phone to help protect your screen. I really don't care that there's a cutout for your action button, and that, like I said, your camera lenses are almost flush with the back of your phone. So if you happen to drop your phone and just a tiny pebble or something hits this glass, if you drop it on asphalt, it might crack your screen. So I would really like to see a little bit higher edge on the back too. So for me, I probably would not recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. And then here we have a pretty interesting drop protective case by Smartish, the Gripzilla. So this case looks pretty interesting. It does have a nice hard textured back surrounded by a hard rubber material. The inside of the case is also very rubbery, but it'll protect the inside of your phone as well. And it also has MagSafe built in. So there it is on the phone. Feels nice in the hand. It's not grippy, but because of that texture on the rubber, it gives it a nice feel. It also has some very aggressive reinforcements in the edge of the phone in case you happen to drop it. If we look at it from the side, you can see it does have a slight raised edge, and I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on the phone. On the side here, you can see that texturing on the rubber. We have our separated volume buttons and our action button. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button on the other side, and on the back again, it's got that nice hard textured back, and we also have a slight raised edge to protect our camera lenses. Now, as far as the buttons feel, buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, no problems there. This is a pretty interesting looking case. It definitely looks like it could take some drops while protecting your phone. So now let's test out the MagSafe. Here I have a MagSafe battery. Clips onto the back pretty well. Charges your phone without any issues. And it seems to hold on really well. I'm impressed. So you definitely don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessories just falling off, because it has a pretty strong magnetic hold on the phone. So that is definitely a plus. The edge around the camera does seem to come up enough to where it would protect your lenses. I also definitely like the rough texture on the phone as well. It helps give the phone some extra grip in your hand so you don't have to worry about dropping it. Buttons are nice and clicky, and the magnet on the MagSafe is really strong. And those reinforced edges are very aggressive. And this case also works with regular wireless charging as well. And it also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. So if you want an aggressive looking case that's going to give your phone some pretty good drop protection and has a really good strong hold for MagSafe, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have a case by Case-Mate. This is the BLOX case. This one's going to be interesting. So if you hate the fact that your iPhone is round, then this case totally takes care of that. As you can see, it is totally squared off on all of the edges. What do you guys think about this case? Would you rather have a square phone? Let me know in the comments below. But it does have a hard backing, it's got MagSafe built in, and it's surrounded by a firm rubber edge. So that's very angular. It feels good in the hand though. It's got some grip to it. It's just these edges. It looks like it's in a slab of plastic. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it really doesn't have very much raised edge. So that's not good for drop protection. And I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on the front of the phone as well. Here we have our separated volume buttons with a cutout for our action button, which I don't really like, but at least this little cutout is pretty shallow, so you can easily press your action button. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button. And on the back, you can see that it does have a clear backing to show off the color of your phone. It also has that MagSafe ring, and interesting enough, it's got a pretty aggressive edge to help protect those cameras, which is definitely a plus. Now, how do the buttons feel? Buttons are pretty clicky. Easily pressable, easily accessible, not too bad. The one thing about the edges on this case is because they're so thick, if you happen to drop your phone should not get damaged at all on the edges. But if it happens to, fall on the screen, you might incur some damage if it falls on asphalt, because there are some, irregularities in the asphalt that may crack your screen because there's not much edge protection. So let's check out the MagSafe. MagSafe works pretty good, charges up your phone, and it also seems to hold onto the phone pretty good as well. So you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessories just falling off your phone. I don't know about this case. I don't know how many people out there want a blocky phone. So because there's really not much protection for your screen on the edges, now if we look at the sides, it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk as far as the slimness of the phone, but it does make the phone a lot bigger because of these squared off edges. Now, because the case doesn't offer much protection as far as the front of your screen, which is a big deal because the front screen can crack fairly easily, and because of how much extra it adds to the phone, I probably would not recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs down. And then here we have the Nomad rugged case. So this case offers a 15-foot drop protection. It's got MagSafe built in, and it's got like a soft felt material on the inside. It comes in a few different colors, which is nice. It's got a nice hard back surrounded by a firm rubber material. On the sides, we have some accented metal buttons. And it also has these nice raised edges on the back, so when you put your phone on its back, it doesn't rock all over the place. So it looks pretty nice on the phone. Does feel really good in the hand. It's not grippy. It's got that nice soft rubber material. As far as the buttons go, all the buttons are nice and clicky, very easily pressable, very nice. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge. I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on the phone. On the side here, it's got kind of like a little dip to give you some better grip on the phone case. We have our metal separated volume buttons as well as the action button. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We also do have a lanyard hole. There's our power button that is serrated for some extra grip as well, easily pressable. On the back, it's got a nice matte textured back so it doesn't pick up any fingerprints, and it also has a nice raised edge to protect your camera lenses. And like I mentioned before, it's got these little corners that are raised, so when you put your phone down, it doesn't rock at all no matter where you press it. And let's check out the MagSafe. Here I have a MagSafe power bank. Clips onto the back, charges your phone without any issue, and it does seem to hold onto the phone good enough to where it doesn't just fall off. The magnet isn't super strong, but it's definitely strong enough, like I said, to keep that accessory on your phone. And you can also use regular wireless charging with this case as well. So this is definitely a very nice case. I love the fact that they used separate machined metal buttons on the sides and how they've textured and made the power button an accented color. It also does seem to have some extra protection in the corners as well, and it feels good in the hand. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. So I definitely think this is a very nice case. I would recommend it, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So if you've stuck with me this far, thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're enjoying the video, it would really help out my channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So now that I've had a chance to test out all those cases, I'm going to give you a list of all the cases that I like the best based on a few different categories. If you're looking for a case that's going to give you the best drop protection and protect your phone 360 degrees, I would recommend these three cases. First up, we have ESR's Tough Case with Stash Stand. This is part of their Armor series. This is definitely a very solid case. It comes with a built-in screen protector for your front screen. It also comes with some rear camera protectors. It's got built-in MagSafe, and it's been military grade drop tested. It also has a built-in metal kickstand that doubles as your camera lens ring. And because they incorporated the kickstand into the camera lens ring that's on every case already, it doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone. Next up, we have Whitestone Dome's AEGIS 360 case. This case is a little bit bulkier, but it still offers some really good drop protection. It also incorporates a tempered glass screen protector, as well as tempered glass rear camera protectors as well. So your phone is protected 360 degrees. It's also MagSafe compatible, and even though the case itself doesn't have a built-in kickstand, the belt clip that comes with it does act like a kickstand for the case. And then lastly, we have Supcase's UB Pro case. This is another case that's been an ongoing favorite of mine over the years. It offers your phone some really good protection. It also has a built-in screen protector. It's MagSafe compatible, and it also has a built-in kickstand. It's military grade drop tested, and it also comes with a belt clip holder as well. And even though this case does not come with any lens protectors, it does have a nice deep well that will protect your camera lenses from bumps and scrapes. Now, if you're looking for a case that's going to offer you some good drop protection, but might not be as bulky or as protective as the 360 degree cases, I would definitely recommend these two. One is the Supcase Mag XT case. This case is another fairly new case from Supcase, and it's easily another one of my favorites. It feels good in the hand, it's military grade drop tested, and it keeps the phone pretty slim for what it offers as far as drop protection goes. It also has a metal cover on the back that protects your camera lenses, and it also doubles as a kickstand. And it's also MagSafe compatible. Next up, we have the UAG Monarch Pro case. This case is military grade drop tested up to 25 feet, and even though it is a little bit bulkier than the Supcase Mag XT, it still feels good in the hand, and the case looks awesome on the phone. It's also MagSafe compatible. The only downside is it is a little pricey. Now, if you're looking for a case that's going to offer you some pretty good protection while still keeping your phone somewhat slim, I would recommend these two cases. One is the MOUS Limitless Aramid Fiber case. It's got some really nice slick aramid fiber on the back. It's also got MagSafe built in. The buttons on this case feel amazing. They are very clicky, very accessible, and I absolutely love them. The case also has some pretty good drop protection too. And if you'll notice on the inside of the case, it has those little green shock absorbers that'll help in case you drop your phone. And it feels great in the hand as well. Next is the Ringke Fusion X case. This case is another personal favorite of mine that I've used for quite a few years on my own personal phone. It's got some really good protection all the way around the case, and it keeps your phone fairly slim. It's got a nice clear back so you can see the color of your phone, and I also love the fact that it has some camera protectors with a nice raised edge. This case is also very reasonably priced. The only thing is it doesn't have MagSafe. Now, if you're looking for a really nice leather case, I would definitely recommend Mujjo. This is a full grain leather wallet case. Now, you don't have to get this with the wallet option. You can also get one without it. It's got built-in MagSafe. It also has machined metal buttons on each side of the case, which work excellently. It feels really nice in the hand, and it also keeps your phone nice and slim. And it also allows you to keep up to 3 cards in there, so maybe you won't have to carry around your wallet or your purse. And it comes in different colors as well. Now, if you're looking for a nice silicone case, I would definitely recommend the ESR Soft Case with Stash Stand. This case is a fraction of the price from the cases that you're going to buy from Apple. It feels just as nice with that nice soft silicone feel. It also has MagSafe built in. And the best feature by far about this case is that metal stash stand. So not only do you have extra protection around your camera lenses, but it also acts as a kickstand as well. You're not going to get that from any of the Apple silicone cases. It's military grade drop tested, and it also feels really good in the hand. And if you're looking for the best clear case, I would definitely recommend ESR's hybrid case with stash stand. My wife has been using the same case for her iPhone 14 Pro Max for the past year, and it's been absolutely great. It's yellowed slightly, but not nearly as much as any of the other clear cases. It's been military grade drop tested, so you know your phone's going to be protected in case you drop it. And the best part is, again, that stash stand. And like I mentioned before, because they incorporate that stash stand into the ring around your camera lenses, it doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone. And it has MagSafe. Now, if you're a minimalist and you like to keep your phone as thin as possible, but still give it some pretty good protection, I would definitely recommend these two cases. One is the PITAKA MagEZ Case 4. This case is made with 600D aramid fiber that feels really great in the hand. It's also got built-in MagSafe. The case is super thin, very light and strong. It's got a metal ring around your camera lens for extra protection, and the design looks great on the phone. Next, we have the Benks Armor Air case. This case is also made with 600D Kevlar, which makes it super light, thin, and strong. It also feels great in the hand. It's got a metal ring around your camera lenses, again for extra protection. It has built-in MagSafe, and although it doesn't have a cool pattern like the PITAKA, it still looks great on your phone. Now, if there was a case in this video that you didn't see that you'd like to see in future videos, let me know in the comments below. I'd also really like to know what your favorite case was and why you chose it. And I'd also like to give a huge shout out and a big thank you to Bilal Khan, the first person to join my memberships. I'd also recommend checking out my best and worst screen protector video for the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and you can watch that by clicking on the video you see on your screen right now. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.